In the small village of Mabati, there lived a smooth-talking palm wine seller named Bosun. Bosun was known throughout the village for his delicious palm wine and his ability to gather information. People would come from all around to taste his palm wine and share the latest gossip. One day, the villagers were buzzing with worry. The village chief's most precious possession, a golden staff, had gone missing. The chief was furious and offered a reward to anyone who could find the thief. Bosun, seeing an opportunity, decided to use his knowledge of local gossip to solve the mystery. He poured a cup of palm wine for himself and began to think. He thought, who would want to steal the chief's golden staff? Just then, a customer came to buy palm wine. Bosun asked him, "Have you heard anything about the missing staff?" The customer replied, "I heard it was seen in the possession of a stranger who was seen talking to Ajala, the village trickster." Bosun's eye lit up. Ajala the trickster? That's a good lead, he thought. He poured another cup of palm wine and set out to find Ajala. As he walked through the village, he greeted people and asked if they had seen Ajala. Finally, he found Ajala sitting under a mango tree, looking very suspicious. Bosun approached him and said, "Ajala, my friend, what do you know about the missing staff?" Ajala looked nervous and said, "I don't know what you are talking about, Bosun." Bosun smiled and said, "Come on, Ajala, I know you are involved. Tell me the truth." Ajala looked around nervously and said, Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to promise to keep it a secret." Bosun promised, and Ajala began to tell his story. Ajala took a deep breath and began to speak in a low tone. "Bosun, I did not steal the staff, but I know who did. It was a stranger who came to our village a few days ago. He was acting suspiciously and asking questions about the chief's staff." Bosun's eyes widened with excitement. "Go on, Ajala. What else did you see?" Ajala glanced around nervously before continuing. "I saw the stranger talking to one of our villagers, a man named Kehinde. They were whispering and glancing around like they were planning something secret." Bosun's mind was racing. Kehinde? That's a surprise. I didn't think he was involved in anything shady. Ajala shrugged. "I don't know what their plan is, but I think they are hiding something in the old abandoned hut on the outskirts of the village." Bosun nodded, his mind made up. "Thanks, Ajala. I will investigate further." He poured another cup of palm wine and handed it to Ajala. "Keep this between us for now. I don't want to alert Kehinde and his friend." Ajala nodded and took a sip of palm wine. "Be careful, Bosun. You don't know what you are up against." Bosun smiled confidently. "Don't worry, my friend. I can handle myself. I'll get to the bottom of this mystery." With that, Bosun set off towards the old abandoned hut, determined to uncover the truth. Bosun walked toward the old abandoned hut, his heart beating fast with excitement. He had solved many mysteries in the village before, but this one seemed different. He could feel it in his bones. As he approached the hut, he noticed that the door was slightly open. He pushed it open slowly and peeked inside. The hut was dark and musty, with cobwebs hanging from the ceiling. Bosun's eyes adjusted to the darkness, and he saw a figure sitting in the corner, hiding behind a mask. "Who are you?" Bosun demanded, trying to sound brave. The figure slowly stood up, its mask glinting in the dim light. "I am the one who had been waiting for you, Bosun," it said in a low, mysterious voice. Bosun took a step back, his heart racing. "What do you want?" The figure began to move closer, its mask glinting menacingly. "I want the golden staff, and I know you are trying to find it." Bosun stood his ground, trying to appear braver than he felt. "I won't let you have it. It belongs to our chief." The figure laughed, a cold, mirthless sound. "Ha ha 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 ha. We'll see about that. You are no match for me, Bosun." And with that, the figure lunged at Bosun, its mask glinting in the dim light. Bosun quickly dodged the figure's attack and ran out of the hut. He didn't stop until he reached the safety of his palm wine shop. Breathless and shaking, he slammed the door shut behind him. "What happened?" Ajala asked, concern etched on his face. Bosun tried to catch his breath. "The figure in the hut, it attacked me. I think he's the one that stole the chief's staff." Ajala's eyes widened. "We need to tell the chief about this. He will know what to do." Just then, a loud knock on the door made them both jump. Who could that be? Bosun wondered. Ajala cautiously opened the door and a tall, muscular man strode in. "I am Olu, the chief's guard. I have been searching for you, Bosun. The chief needs to see you right away." Bosun's heart skipped a beat. "What's going on?" Olu's expression was serious. "The chief's staff had been found, and it has been used for something evil. The chief needs your help, Bosun, to undo the damage." Bosun's mind raced. What could have happened? And what did the chief mean by something evil? "Let's go," Bosun said, determination in his voice. "I'm ready to help the chief." Olu nodded. Together, they set off towards the chief's palace, unsure of what dangers lay ahead. As they walked to the chief's palace, Bosun noticed that the village was eerily quiet. The usual sounds of children playing and women cooking were absent. Even the birds seemed to be hiding. Olu led Bosun to the chief's throne room, where the chief sat looking worried and tired. "Ha, Bosun, thank you for coming," he said, his voice weak. Bosun bowed respectfully. "What's happening, chief?" Olu said something about the staff being used for something evil. The chief nodded gravely. "Yes, Bosun. The staff was stolen and used to curse our village. Our crops are withering, our rivers are drying up, and our people are falling ill." Bosun's eyes widened in shock. Who would do such a thing? The chief's eyes narrowed. "We suspect it's the work of a rival village trying to weaken us. But we need your help to lift the curse." Bosun thought for a moment. "I think I know someone who can help us. Ajala the trickster might know some tricks to undo the curse." The chief's face lit up with hope. "Go, Bosun. find Ajala and bring him here. We need all the help we can get. Bosun nodded and set off towards Ajala's hut, wondering what kind of tricks the trickster had up in his sleeves. Bosun hurried to Ajala's hut, his mind racing with thoughts of the curse and how to lift it. When he arrived, he found Ajala sitting outside, looking worried. "Ajala, the chief needs our help," Bosun exclaimed. "The village is cursed, and we need your tricks to undo it." Ajala's eyes widened in surprise. "A curse? That's serious business, but I think I know a thing or two that might help." He rummaged through his bag of tricks and pulled out a small vial of sparkling powder. "This is magic dust. It can reverse the curse, but we need to get to the heart of the village to use it." Bosun's eyes lit up. "The heart of the village? You mean the ancient tree in the center?" Ajala nodded. "That's the one. But be warned, Bosun, the journey will be dangerous. We will need all our wits and cunning to succeed." Bosun grinned. "I am ready for the challenge. Let's go." And with that, the two set off towards the ancient tree, ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead. As they approached the ancient tree, Bosun and Ajala noticed that the air grew thick with an eerie fog. The tree's branches seemed to twist and turn like snakes slithering through the air. "This is creepy," Bosun whispered, his heart racing. Ajala nodded. "The curse is strong. We need to be brave." Suddenly, a figure emerged from the fog. It was Kehinde, the villager who had been acting suspiciously. "Welcome, Bosun and Ajala," Kehinde sneered. "I've been waiting for you. You will never leave this place alive." Bosun and Ajala stood firm, ready to face whatever challenge came their way. But then they heard a strange noise. It sounded like drums beating in the distance. "The drummers of the forest," Ajala whispered. "They are coming for us." And with that, a group of fierce-looking drummers emerged from the fog, and their drums beating out a rhythm that had made the ground shake. Bosun and Ajala knew they had to act fast. They couldn't fight the drummers, but they could try to outsmart them. Ajala pulled out his magic dust and threw it in the air, creating a cloud of sparkling powder. The drummers stopped drumming and stared at the cloud in confusion. Bosun and Ajala took advantage of the distraction and snuck past the drummers, making their way to the ancient tree. As they reached the tree, they saw Kehinde trying to perform a dark ritual. Bosun and Ajala knew they had to stop him. Ajala used his tricks to tie Kehinde up, while Bosun used his knowledge of the village to reverse the curse. Slowly but surely, the fog began to clear, and the ancient tree began to glow with a warm light. The curse was lifting. Just as they thought they had succeeded, a loud roar echoed through the forest. A giant beast emerged from the shadows, its eyes fixed on Bosun and Ajala. The beast was huge and fierce, but Bosun and Ajala didn't run away. They stood strong, knowing they had to protect their village. Ajala used his tricks to distract the beast, while Bosun used his knowledge to find its weakness. Together, they defeated the beast and saved their home. Ajala had used his magic tricks to weaken the beast, and Bosun with a mighty blow from his cutlass slashed the head of the beast. The villagers cheered, and the chief thanked Bosun and Ajala for their bravery. The curse was lifted, and the village was once happy again and prosperous. Bosun and Ajala learned an important lesson that day, that teamwork, bravery, and using your talents for good can overcome even the greatest challenges. And from that day on, Bosun continued to sell palm wine, but he also used his knowledge to help others. Ajala continued to play tricks, but he used them to bring joy and laughter to the village. And villagers never forgot the story of how two friends saved their home from darkness and danger. And the moral of the story is, teamwork, bravery, and using your talent for good can overcome even the greatest of challenges. And always remember, friendship and working together can make even the impossible possible.